Greetings everyone and welcome back to The Last Spell, where currently we have Big Al, Six Genie and Sheelab ready to face a two-pronged assault by, well, I mean the claws, the undead, however you wish to name them. Claws, so it's just so hard to say. Sound out in the comments if you find that name in particular as difficult as I do, or is it just me? Am I just bad at words? That may be the case, but as you can see, we have separated our group. Now I've put the two ranged characters down here to deal with the double skull area, as they have a large group affecting attacks, and Six Genie will handle the one skull area by themselves. Hopefully they'll be able to take care of that without too much trouble. They do have execute, so this is a pretty good clearer of areas, but there is pretty much nothing left for us to do. I do not believe that we have any more workers. We do have some defenses that we can indeed place, so you know what, sure, let's go ahead and place those two down. We've only got two now, and we have a little bit of gold, but I don't think there's going to be anything we're going to be buying this time around. That being said, we could pick up Poison Dagger Scroll. I mean, having poison, does that have multi-hit? It does have multi-hit, so it is a potential. Sure, let's grab that as well. Let's equip our peeps as best we can. We've got the Beasting Scroll with Six Genie, so we're not going to have to worry about that one. And of the two down here, I'm going to say, sure, let's give Big Al a consumable scroll as well. All right, it is finally time for us to get into the next battle. Wish us luck. I think everyone is in the road position. There we go. I keep forgetting that when you click it the first time, you then get a chance to position your troops. Right, we're going to go with Six Genie first. It is, by the looks of it, an armored enemy over here. First up, let's just get down here. We'll go with a nice big old smash. And they're not quite in a position to execute. That is very sad indeed. Very sad, but we may as well just follow up with that. Now, I don't have enough points to be able to draw all the way back next turn, so we'll just move back there, and I think we can hold this position relatively well. I don't believe, based on comments, that the direction you face really has any impact, but there's a part of me that really feels that it should. So I'm not going to sign off on the possibility that it does just yet. I feel that might be a bit of a silly thing to do, and would likely result in me being very, very sad when something quite bad happened. Let's pop you. There we go. This group here is staggeringly good at their job. I could probably finish you off. In fact, there we are. I could have left you standing there simply because you would take a bunch of damage. Now, we have a 9 mana regen over here. I very much doubt we're going to need that. I will buff you simply so that I get a 10% damage buff as well. There we go. We'll just hit all of you. Can I reach you? Yes, I can. And what's best is that our particular weapon style will go straight through there. There we go. So the two range characters have completely cleared out the south east side of the map. Yes, 2 action points, and one hero didn't move, didn't need to. Ooh. Well, that is cheeky. You cheeky scoundrel, you. Let's have a quick look at you. What's worse than a claw? A claw attacking from afar. They don't deal that much damage by themselves, but combined with other creatures attacking simultaneously, they can be a real threat. Okay, so they've got their own artillery, and what are you? Oh, okay, you're just a regular claw. Look, okay, it looked like he had tentacle mouths, and that always feels that should carry some sort of special ability. Nevertheless, we're not in any real danger here, so we're just going to move on through. Can I execute? I cannot. Very sad indeed. Okay, time for bees, though. Unleash the bees. There we go. Very nice indeed. We've got enough points that I could move down here. There we go. I can get an execute there. I do have to worry a little bit. How much is that's 34? How much can I take out here? Does it tell me? 19 is the threshold. That will get better over time, but for now, it is a little bit low. We'll just clean you. I could scooch forward, take one more hit, and then back right off. But I think I'm going to just back right off straight away. We'll see what we can do next. But not getting much opportunity to use our execute there, which is a little bit of a shame, a little bit of a worry as well. Right, let's remove you. Ooh, wow, okay. Only went through your armor. There we go. Let's finish you off. Blood! 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 Really? You're going to be one of these people who just loses it. Starts screaming silly things like strawberry jam all over the place. It's just a bit of blood. You can expect a bit of blood when you're shooting people. My lord. Not that necessarily they are people anymore, but you know what I mean. Right, we'll drop that just down there. There we go. I do have the throwing daggers if I really want to. Don't need them just yet. No one can get over here and I can clean them out in time. I do want to remove the archers though, wherever possible. I can comfortably hit you. There we go. And again, you've got a... let's have a look at you. Was there some sort of ability that you had? No, you just had a lot of points. Ah, Harvester. I see. There we go. Harvester is up to 1. Right, so at this stage, I kind of feel that maybe we can afford to go all in with the multi-hit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. And you can draw back at that point, and we'll just wait for the enemies to advance. No reason to use up our abilities here. There we go. An extra bit of regen there. Okay, a little bit of damage, but nothing too terrible. Oh, I do need to remove you from this equation as quickly as I can. I can follow up with an execute there. That's very, very nice. Let's get a hit down there and a hit over there. Perfect. Can I get an execute? I can't. Very sad. Alright. Well, we've got a couple of enemies creeping around over here. How far can you move? You can't move that far, but I really do want to try and get in there and do some solid damage. But I think instead we're just going to go with the bees. Unleash the bees. Now, hopefully the bees will just dodge back and forth. There we go. Took them all out. Beautiful. Now, we do still have 1 point of attack here. I can see one person behind still creeping forward. You've got 37. You've got 24, but there's you're going to die. There's nothing can save you from that fate now. We'll just wander back here and hang tight. We did have our movement points decreased, but we didn't actually take any health damage because our armor absorbed the entirety of the blow, which was very, very nice indeed. Right, at this stage, I feel that we can probably start using some of our more chunky attacks. Sure, go there. Nice, and at this stage, now you've lost your armor, we can pop you there. Anyone else I really need to get to? It's possible I might be able to hit a couple people here. 4. Sure. Okay, we've got a lot of regen, so that will be fine. Who's next? In fact, our regen continues to increase all the while. And there's no reason for me not to use poison daggers at this point. This is a multi-hit, so 1, 2, 3, and we'll take you out 4. There is really no reason not to use that when we're getting this close to the end of the night already. Alright, let's buff you. Now, we could finish you all with a single hit ourselves. Let's go for the multi-hit. There we are. Absolutely wondrous. We can finish you off with the remaining bit. We will go for... I can't quite get close range. How about we scooch down, go for the power shot there. Really? We've failed. I feel embarrassed. Nevertheless, I can remove you since we'll go through the armor with magic. Haven't had to use the lightning scroll, but as I was saying with poison daggers, there's no reason not to use it because it'll get recharged anyway. So it's effectively a resource that I need to make use of. Otherwise, I've wasted the resource. Let's take you out. There we go. And then you. Lovely. Follow up with an execution. And if I'm extremely lucky, I might just be able to get another one as well. No, unfortunate that one. Is there really a position here that I can get a good attack in on? I don't think so. These enemies are going to be able to make a march forward, sadly. Still, let's get up close, get a hit in. They will be able to chase me down. Who can do that? You can. So I really need to hit you on the way past. And that will make this a... Oh, no, it isn't a safe spot. Ah, you're the one that's going to get over here. I should have held on to my armor then, because that's a... sorry, block. That's a good bit of block, to be fair. Though we do have a natural 18 block. This claw can do 26 to 31. We've got armor to take the entire hit. As long as nothing else manages to get us, we should be fine. 10 action points. Yes, I almost did a silly. I was quite concerned that I was going to do that silly early on, and I was just like, yeah, no, let's just make sure that that never happens. There we are. Right, that was a decent blow, actually. I'm pretty happy with the amount of damage we did there. Can I get this in as well? It only hit 3. Yeah, there's not really a lot that I can do with this, so let's just go for the power shot instead. There we go, and on you as well. Perfect. And then we'll just clink through your armor if we're able. Gonna need a recharge. There we go. Big Al again with another attack. There we go. Now, you're not really going to be able to progress very far. In fact, none of them really can. But I think we're going to go with a full wipe here. There we go. Beautiful. And I could follow up again if I really, really wanted to. It is tempting, but I don't think we need to. I would still like to try and keep below the mana regeneration amount, if I can. Right, magic field, we're getting plus 12 damage because of the total mana that we've got, but that is lowering down as time goes on. Right, 2 heroes did move, they don't need to. Okay, we should be seeing, yeah, there we go, we're now seeing the remainder coming in. Now, unfortunately, this is getting a little bit worrisome. Right, let's move in, get a nice solid blow there. We can get an execute as well, which I will happily accept. You're a little bit too healthy for me to finish off, but that will do there. I think we're going to use some mana. There we go. Thankfully, that did not hit the minecart. I was a little bit worried that it would. I was a little bit worried that that would take out the minecart as well. Now the problem here is how much health? You've got too much. We've got a lot of movement potential here. They're going to be able to get relatively far. I could use my Fortify just to block this direction and let a couple of them attack at the same time, but I don't think we really need to do that just yet. Though I should have attacked first. That was silly of me. I could have done that on the way down, but too late now. We'll use Fortify anyway, even though effectively this is chess. So what I mean by this is chess is that you can completely predict how the tiles are going to move. There's a bit of a roll of the dice in the minimum to maximum damage, but when I compare a game to chess, it is that you have only a predictable, finite move set for each piece on the board. And so if you just take your time and consider it, because we could see that no one is going to be able to reach him, there's no reason for me to have used our armor. Nothing can do damage to him, and there's nothing here that can pull out some sort of special move that isn't based on randomness. That isn't always the case with these sorts of games, but I especially like it when they do follow a very strict rule set in that way. Now let's drop that down. At this point, I would like to get in and use my poison dagger. Actually, we're going to need to be a lot closer. Use the poison daggers, get 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we are, very nice. And then draw back. We should not see any trouble creeping up on us now. Well, let's go ahead with this. We'll get a solid single kill, which will increase our mana again, which would be very, very nice. And we've got a bit of magic left. I can't actually hit them back there. If I had some sort of AoE attack, that might work. Sadly, do not. So that's the end of this turn. There are still 12 enemies left. I think it's the last batch of them. Really? I can't get them, though. Oh, this is going to be a bit annoying because this is going to impact my ability to get the bonus for having taken everyone out at the end. Dislike. Right, I kind of want you to be stunned if you could, please. There we go. Take you down. I do need to get over here and hit you. Yes, go for it. I'm just going to have to count on being able to tank the incoming damage. You're not going to be able to reach me now, so only 2 of you will be able to reach me, and I'm happy for them to both be distracted by our character over here. I could, of course, have switched over to the short bow at any point. I just didn't really feel that it was at all necessary for this engagement. Let's get in close. Use our point blank. There we go. And that will remove them. We are now waiting on the final enemy to approach. Or rather, the final bit of this wave. There are only 6 enemies on the board, and our mage can do nothing, sadly enough. Right. 2 people attacked. 1 of them missed. That is fine. Alright, let's just drop the hammer. There we go. They are all cleared. You might be able to get over there and help out now, if needed. In fact, we could probably have started doing that a while ago. We could switch our item, use 4 mana to teleport over, which we will. There we go. Absolutely marvellous. And now, we should be able to help out just a wee bit. Can I get anything over there? I would hit everyone, unfortunately. How about this? Can I... Oh, perfect. I can hit 2 of them. Glorious. That won't be able to help out, though. But still, that did reduce the amount of work that we're going to need to do. There we are. And the final blow. We may, in fact, win the extra bonus for having completed the wave within 2 turns of the final creatures spawning. We'll see. Everyone got a level up, though. Not bad at all. There were only 3 archers. I can only assume that we're going to be facing a lot more of those in the future. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that we didn't actually see any scenery destroyed either. Okay, so Soul Harvest. Quite a lot of enemies killed there. Night Survivor. Get through Night 3. A hero killed 20 enemies. Consumerism. Cast 10 skills provided by consumables. Okay. No Time to Waste. That was the one that I was aiming for. Quiet Night. The Haven's population didn't panic at all. Night 3 or later. Magic Apprentice. 1 hero spent 20 mana. Magic Spell. Heroes spent 40 mana. All of them together. That was quite a lot of Tainted Essence there, my lord. Okay, so we've got a lot of corpse piles and a triple star attack over here. That's more than a little worrying. Okay, let's draw people back so that they're not all exposed, but this is probably going to be where we lose this first run. Possibly, I guess, you know, there's nothing is cast in stone just yet. But let's go and spend some of the Tainted Essence and see what we can unlock. Welcome to the Orichalcum. Oh, sorry, Oraculum. Oraculum, I guess. I've kept saying it, Orichalcum. It's a case of seeing what I was expecting to see. Oraculum, I guess. That's beyond belief. Why should I trust you? Why should I trust you? Because we are living the end of the world together, aren't we? So we should help each other. And because I am nice, of course. I highly doubt that. I don't need your doubts, dear. I need your utter devotion to slaughter our foes. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Who knows when you'll need a caress? When you put it like that. Right, okay, let's see what we can unlock. Mana, health, shop reroll. You can now reroll the items offered in the shop for a price. Scavenger's Camp. A new structure can now be built. Generate some materials out in every production phase. Additional materials can be generated with the help of workers. Or a gold mine. Generate some gold every production phase. Yes, we 100% want a gold mine. And sadly, I can no longer afford anything. So again, as per my usual feelings, we will hold on to it until I can buy something outright. Do I have anything to unlock over here? Receive my blessing for thy wondrous accomplishments. Sadly, I have not accomplished anything wondrous. Have a hero travel 20 times in a single turn. Well, actually, we did 17. If we really want this to happen, I would have to dedicate my mage to buffing them in order to make that happen, but it would be possible. Wand variation. New item can now appear in the shop. Wands with varying better abilities, or is there actually any difference at all, or do they just look different? They might just look different. And you know what? I'm a-okay with them just looking different. Variety is the spice of life, and fashion souls will always be important. Epic items. Items found in the shop or crafted by item-producing buildings can now be epic. Buy or craft 50 items. Okay, fair enough. A structure can now be built. It'll be the inn. We need to survive the 4th night in Gildenberg. I think we're up to the task. Though the 5th night might be a bit of a struggle. But let's see what kind of level ups we've got. This is what everyone comes here for. Right, Big Al. Not seeing anything truly amazing here, other than perhaps a bit of mana. Oh, actually, putting your movement up to 10, because we've got a -1 from gear, but damage 8%. That will now undo our debuff. So sure. There we go. We've now got a buff to damage. Opportunism. Not really seeing enough of that yet. I'm starting to feel that this is not a good enough roll anymore, but I'm inclined to take it anyway. Just know that that's kind of against my better judgment. Right. What are we going to go for next? Every 10% of missing mana, plus 4% critical. Every 2 attack shots. I don't think we need to worry about that one over much. Sprint. Unlock the sprint skill, allowing to restore move points in exchange for some health. May actually be useful for us at this point. And cheer also quite nice. We could allow restore use to all skills of the current weapon. Would be nice as well. Increase critical. 1 extra bag slot. And +1 use per night for every consumable. Now, the bag slot I don't really care too much about. But the consumable increase, that's quite nice. But I think we're going to go for nimbleness ultimately. Because generally speaking, Big Al does not get hurt. And so having +2 move points just for that just seems really useful. Longer weapons. Now that is very tempting for me. Also vampirism. Now, physical damage we don't do, which is a shame. That would have been a good skill for it. That is to say, physical damage is melee damage. Energized, every 7 mana spent, restore 1 action point. Now, that is interesting. We definitely want this. Propagation bounces, +3. I'm not sure about that one. Runic Gift, +1 trinket equipment slot. Ah, okay. For each trinket equipped, +3 mana per item level. Interesting. Initiated, as long as the hero didn't kill anything this turn, +2 multi-hits. We don't have anything that uses multi-hit on this character yet. But maybe this would be something to pick up a wand for. Just for me to have, or maybe a crossbow, which has a multi-hit attack. That might be useful, but it's situational based on our gear. Right, Sheilab, let's see what you get. Ooh, you've got 2 nice ones down here, but neither one are really good for you. The health, I guess, is always useful. These are 2 rares, but up to 40 armor means that you could just tank a bit of damage. It's not really right for your build, though. Have you got anything that would make me want to put you into a fight? Blood magic? Oh, that's interesting. Skills now cost health instead of mana, but 4 times the original cost. All of the hero's mana is transformed into resistance. Conversion rate is 30%, and daily mana regen into daily health regen. Conversion rate 100%. Some mana-related perks are replaced accordingly. But 4 times the original cost. Still, that would probably not be a terrible one, especially if we got a decent temple up and running. That could be a very interesting one. I think we're probably going to go with nimbleness with you, though. Mark is an option. Crippling punch, we don't need that there. +1 extra use on lightning could be clutch. Could be clutch. That's a very interesting one to look at there. Of all of these, I think that's probably the best one for us. Quick reload wouldn't really be that useful for us. Sprint, I guess, we could exchange some health for movement points if we really needed it, but I think ultimately it's going to be reload. The ability to reload things. Now, Relentless. Whenever the hero has 3 or less current move points and attacks in melee, restore 1 move point. Increased by 1 if at least 1 target is killed. Thrifty. Every 8 action points spent, the next mana consumes skill. I think that's reasonable. Longer weapons, +2 to skill range. That would also affect spells. Initiated is an obvious one for us as well. Blood magic, I feel blood magic it would require a very specific build to work. But in the interest of making that build a possibility, let's start bumping the health up. Poison daily mana regen. Yes. Even at basic, I could have afforded to reroll, I guess, but even at basic levels, that is a reasonable one for us to grab. Now, let's have a look at your perks. We've got nimbleness, that is an obvious one for us. Magic fuel, damage is increased by 30% of the hero's current mana. That's not a bad one for you to take because you use mana so sparingly. So you would have a big wallop of extra damage the whole time. But I think we're going to take nimble, or I will mark magic fuel. Let's see, anything else? Shorter weapons. How would that affect our current skills? Oh, that was about the only one that would be affected by it, actually. And this one. But we would gain plus 15% accuracy and 20% reliability. That is very nice. As long as there's no hero within range of 5, plus 8 damage. As long as there's no hero within 10, plus 12. I mean, it's not a bad choice, Lone Wolf. I think we'll pop that one down there as well. Shorter weapons is a possibility, though. As is Relentless. But let's see what kind of level up we get. Nothing good. That is very good. That is stupendously good. And that would really build into a Lone Wolf build. We've now got 78 armor. Daily health regen is plus 10. A lot of experience gain. Let's reroll it. Didn't really give us anything better. In fact, gave us worse. That's a shame. That is a shame. Stun chance increased by 7%. Wouldn't be terrible. Because we do have a stun style attack. But we'll go with critical power, I think. Yeah, let's grab that. But I would have preferred the original setup. I could have rolled again, but maybe I should have. Right, let's have a look at the night reward. What do we get? We've got a one-hand magic wand. Okay, well, we can have a look at that. We've got a level 2 hammer. Okay. Now, this is much, much better. The opportunism, the isolation. For those times when we manage to catch someone by themselves, that looks like a good one. A steel helm. Plus 4 block, plus 1 movement point, plus 4 momentum. Plus 6% opportunism as well. This is a really nice helmet. It's kind of hard to choose between these two, but ultimately I think it has to be the hammer plus 2. So let's confirm that. Right, let's go ahead and equip Styx Genie. This has turned into a very melee-focused run. You've got some of the best equipment that we have. I will, however, give... Well, you know what? We never switched over to the Novice Tome of Secrets. That was very Very silly of me, wasn't it? Let's pop that down there. I would like to have that out. We'll see and play around with that in the next fight. I think that should be fine. So Sheila, yeah, that looks decent. I don't believe I can give you the hammer as oh no, I can. I can give you the hammer and we can still keep the warp crystal. So now you could potentially get involved in some physical altercations. I'm not against this. Really not against it, actually. Okay, I like it. Right, let's have a quick look at what we can build. We can, of course, build a gold mine. And I really think we should. So we're going to. Now, I don't believe there is any way to rotate buildings. I think you just got what you got. Now, I can upgrade the passive production. Oh. Give me just a second. Sounds like Athena is over-grooming someone. And I'm back. I do apologize about that. Athena is in a bit of groomy mood this morning. As she often is, if I'm perfectly honest. But today, Tally was especially not in the mood for her shenanigans. So I just needed to calm her down and give her something else to lavish her affections on. She doesn't understand why people don't like being groomed. I can understand that. I find it particularly calming when the ferrets are grooming me. But Tally just wants some sleep. I'm sure we can all sympathize. We've all been there once before. Now, in terms of the gold, I can have 2 workers generate some gold. I can increase the passive production of gold, or upgrade the amount of workers required. And I think upgrading the amount of workers required would be amazing. So upgrade that. Now, I can still only use it once per day, but uses per production phase for 30 gold. I can get it a little bit better. I think we're going to upgrade this. There we go. And at this point, I can go ahead and regenerate 40 gold. Now, that might seem like a bit of an interesting use because I have ultimately gone down in gold, but I feel that will pay itself back in time. Now, of course, I could also, at this point, generate more gold by doing that and then using it again. There we go, up to 56. Perfect. Now, that is at max, so we're probably going to want to build more of them as and when we get the chance. A house wouldn't be a terrible idea right now, though we have enough to upgrade a house if I particularly want to. Do any of our heroes currently need some healing? They kinda do. We'll have a look at that in a moment though. But let's have a look at the gear that's available. We have got a crossbow that I can afford, and if I spend on anything else, I won't be able to afford it. We've also got a hunter's cape. Range +5. This is a trinket slot though. So, it's a bit of a 6 and 1 1/2 dozen of the other, which one would be best? We've got an offhand sword. Now, the swords are fantastic, but this is an offhand sword. So that would just allow us to make an attack for free. Not a terrible idea, if I'm perfectly honest, especially if I gave it to our melee fighter. Effect follow moves the hero to the tile of the killed target. So being able to move around a bit. Momentum +25%, so deals bonus damage per tile traveled, up to 400% damage. So if we run in, use this first, we would get a momentum bonus and we would step forward for free. And using it is free. I don't think we can pass this up. Offhand weapons are rare enough as it is. That being said, the hand crossbow is exactly what we wanted. I was speaking about it. +25% armor. It's got a propagation with the blaze ability. 4 multi-hit on the quick shot. This is a tricky one. Ultimately, I think we're going to go for the crossbow, but that was an unfortunate situation to be placed in. However, we've got 2 workers. I might just be able to get enough gold. Yes, we can. Perfect. Okay. Let's get you over here as well. There we go. And then we can go back in and get the sword as well. Absolutely perfect. Now then, Got to build some more defenses if we want to fortify this area. At this point, I will go through and I will upgrade them as well. There we go. And hopefully we can get a decent amount of these upgraded. We might even be able to get all of them upgraded, or at least the ones that are most likely to be attacked. There we go. And these ones as well, with the remaining 40. Sadly, we will be one material shy of being able to get this wall upgraded. These ones I'm not as worried about because they're going to have to go through all of that anyway in order to get through. But that's going to fortify a little bit. Now, with all that said and done, let's go ahead and equip our peeps. So, first and foremost, I do feel that our archer is going to be the best person to be given the extra items, and I will pop down initiator there. So instead of the hammer, well, that being said, no, we're going to get rid of that, give you a crossbow. You're probably going to be using up all of your points on switching between these and picking the right one at the right time. And then the offhand sword can go to Styx Genie. Now that does mean we lose the bow. That does suck, but we will just swap those around since having that there is fine. I don't need that hammer. That can just sit there. In fact, I could sell it if I really want to. Yeah, let's go to the shop. We'll sell that. We'll sell this as well. Will that actually give me enough to grab anything useful? Teleportation scroll. We've got some potions as well. I could pick up a piece of armor. I don't think that's really what we need, though. But the Hunter's Cape is nice. Let's go ahead and check on Big Al. Now, I'd have to get rid of the boots. But the boots are currently giving me more accuracy. However, this really would be useful for Big Al. So, I'm going to pick it up and I'm just going to keep it in reserve. Because Big Al, I do believe, can take the runic gift. And then I can equip it down there. So we're kind of planning for the future with that purchase. Alright, time for the battle. Oh, at least one building has a free ability. Ah, that's right, of course, yes. Who do we want to give this to? Let's give it to our mage. Actually, no. I think Big Al is lower in total mana there. Alright, let's see. Do your worst. Yay, even more playmates. One of you is flying. Two of you are flying. The levels of my disapproval are extreme. I would have you know. Extreme. Alright. Now, if I use this first, I might be able to get in, do a good bit of damage, swoop back out. If I use this, we're going to get a decent, chunky bit of damage there. There's no way you're surviving that. I can follow up with some bees. Could even drop some bees over there, perhaps, but we'll drop the bees here and just see what they do. They're going to propagate up through the group. There we are, okay. You're not down, but you will be in a bit. Let's finish you guys off. Swoop on down. I've got enough points to be able to do it. There we go. And then back. Alright, not a terrible bit of movement. Now, if I could get over there, I would truly love it. Sadly, not an option. Okay. Now, I've got Lightning Strike now as an ability. It's an expensive one, but I do have it as a regular ability now. We've also got Weakening Touch. That one propagates up to 6 times. I've also got Shadow Bolt. Is Shadow Bolt more damaging? No, it isn't. It's just longer range. Okay. Well, that's fine. Weakening Touch, though, I would like to get involved. But first, let's just pop this down here. I should be able to do a decent bit of damage there. Now, if I were to scooch myself over, can't take you on because it requires line of sight. There we go. And you. Now, I've placed myself in a bit of a exposed position, to be fair. But I need to guard this corner. We've got a lot of creatures coming through the fog there. I can't see too many of the creatures over on this side, but we're probably going to have a decent amount of them moving on that side as well. Which is a bit of a problem for me. Now, I can give 2 extra movement points here and an extra action point. 2 movement points and... 4 movement points and 2 action points would take me all the way there. Do you have... You do. Alright, let's do it. Because this is going to give me a fairly chonking damage buff as well. Right, what we're going to use is our long range attack there, just to get a bit of a hit in. Then going to follow up with a wallop and another wallop besides. There we go. And we can then armor up. Nothing is going to hurt us here. But let's have a quick look at this. These bird-like monsters thrive on harassing the city and spreading panic. They tend to avoid the battlefield, so they're probably descended from chickens. If it wasn't obvious, they're flying. Well, yes, they are. It's a little bit of a pain in the bum, I will confess. Right, need you to be removed. First, though, let's get up here. I would like to use Weakening Touch, possibly. Fireball is also a possibility, because I would hit quite a few. But I think Weakening Touch is the one I'm going to go for. Let that propagate. There we go. Their resistances are down. And we are going to move across and simply attack you. Pop. And then switch. Oh. Do they share? Oh no, I've used up all of my action points. That's a bit of a problem, but nothing we can't handle. Need to keep an eye on everything on that side, though. Yep, good to go. Got 2 people moving in. Did they only got into the armor. They didn't actually do any proper damage yet, but you are going to be a pain as you're going to just keep running. Now, this group aren't going to be too good at getting away. So we can afford, I feel, to perhaps use poison or just regular multi-strike. But blaze, I think, is what we're going to go for. Let's get the blaze to scatter. We'll get a couple of hits in there. We'll use this to do a bit of extra damage. You need an extra hit, maybe. Well, let's first scooch over here. Just out of range. Can I hit you? Yes, I can. Perfect. Right, now I'm going for you because you only have 1 wound. There we go. Perfect. That didn't do much damage, though. I will confess, I'm a little bit concerned about that. -2 movement points. There we go. Now you're going to have to move quite slowly in order to get any further. So I'm probably in a position where I can control the rest of this fight, I would say. Let's see where I could drop this. I can get 3 people there. I can get 3 people with this as well. Let's see. I've got 2 points. I could just use Quick Shot a couple of times. And I think I might, if I'm honest. Let's get those in there. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does enough. Let's also drop in a poison. There we go. And then draw back. Let the enemy come to us. Now, as for you, I don't want to use momentum because I haven't actually moved very far. So we're going to open up with a fairly massive smack there. Oh. Ha! Mistakes happen. You traitor! I'm sorry. That was a lot of damage. Ah, Sheila, please forgive Sticks Genie. She was just so excited, you know. Oops. Very big oops. Right, we can execute that. It was bound to happen eventually. And sadly. Could I get... I know, this is asking a lot. Could I get a boost there? Thank you. Let's get all the way over here. We'll take you out. We will go with the offhand attack. There we are. And now I would like some bees. Good bit of a hit. Now I kind of want to buff you again if I'm honest, but that is going to be... I feel so bad. That is going to be a bit of a tricky one. So instead going to go first with a multi-hit here. I need to move back in order to get that to hit properly. There we go. Now, none of them are moving very fast anymore, which gives me the opportunity to get down here and help out a bit. So let's get another boost. All I want for this is for you to be able to use this ability. There we go. Perfect. And with that, let's find the best place to put you. I think about there should do. Poor Sheelap. I am a scallywag. Right, I think that's about it for this turn. I could mark someone to reduce their dodge. It's not really necessary, I suppose, but it's a free ability, so I might as well make use of it. I'll pop it on you. Anything else? Any other free abilities that I would like to make use of? I may as well use this as well. There we go. I'm going to need to build a temple now just to undo the damage of the shield. Yeah, they're trying to cut a path over here. Not the best for us, I'll be honest, but let's charge in. We're going to drop the hammer once again. Am I not able to do that? Okay, let's use our momentum. Should move forward, there we go. Then I can drop the hammer right here. And that should hit everyone. There we go. Very nice. Now, I am going to need to get out of here, obviously. So let's just smack there. I could use 2 to move up, or I could use 4 to move up over here, and then only have 3. 1, 2, 3. Who's able to move over there? It's you. You know what? That's not too bad. There we go. Now you can't, though. I'm still going to need a bit of a buff in order to pull this off properly. Still... not a terrible execution, and no one can get over to us, so that's fine. That means Sheelab now can focus on using magic. Let's go with... I could drop a fireball right here. Sure. Did miss you, though. Kind of impressed that you managed to dodge that, frankly. Alright, well, let's go with this, see what you can do. There we are. Now, you're not able to move particularly fast anymore. I would like to get a use of lightning, but they're not clustered enough for me to make use of it yet. Not a good enough use to justify it. Alright, let's go for you. There we are. Now, I think let's pop a hit in there. There we go. You're going to be slowed down. And let's just draw back. Hopefully they'll start to cluster and I can start using my abilities again. Now, at this point, Blaze might not be a bad idea to drop on the flyers, as it will propagate back and forth. Take them out. Perfect. Let's switch to point blank range. I do love the fact that we can switch basically for free. That is very, very much appreciated. I'm going to need line of sight here. There we go. Now let's see how they're all going to move. They are going to get a decent way down. So let's go for 2 hits there. Perfect. That is thinning the herd a bit. Now, if they want to come down this way, they will have to break through this particular tile. And from here, I'd be able to stop them. So at this point, I think I'm going to move back. Well, we've easily got the movement. I don't need to do that specifically. I'm going to move back here. And we will see what we can do. Is there anything else I can use? I could use this if I really wanted to. I wonder, can I get a couple of hits? Is it really worth it? No, it isn't. It isn't. Not unless I can get a lot more people with this. I might from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to make sure you go down, because you're the only one who will be able to reach us. There we are. That'll work. Alright, I think that's about everything we need. We will drop a mark on... I can't see you, sadly. That would have been useful. But otherwise, we're good. Let's have a quick check. Is anyone else needed for anything? I don't... Oh, we can actually use this twice. That was very silly of me. I did not pay attention to that. My bad. Let's drop it on you as well. Now, I believe it only works for this turn. Yeah, it's a single turn. So, realistically, I should drop that in first. I wasn't reading the manual. Right, there we go. Let's see if they cluster a bit more. Yeah, we're definitely starting to see them cluster enough to make lightning worth it now. You're going to continue to hold this area by yourself, though. I feel there is no need to do anything but. And with Execute, we should just be able to go in and clean up after you use that ability. And again, absolutely glorious. I might be able to hit you and I might not. It's a difficult one to tell. So instead, we're going to draw back. There are only 50 left, so this one is basically by themselves. And I am A-okay with that being the case. And again, I would like you to move up. I would like you to take out all of them. I can't quite reach you, and it makes me sad. If only I had teleport, that would have been absolutely glorious, but it is what it is. Now, first, scroll lightning. Well, actually, let's first drop a fireball, maybe. We will hit... Oh, damn it, that was... I thought that was a multi-hit. That was very silly of me. Let's hit you with magic after I've dropped your resist out. There we go. But let's get lightning down. And this should propagate all around. There we are. Now, you are a little bit of a problem for me. So let's draw back. You are no longer going to be able to reach 6 Genie, which is fantastic. We've got a group that we'll get down here, but... we should be able to fairly comfortably remove them. So, oh, there we go. We actually can get this whole group. Perfect. Right, there we are. Now, they're going to start struggling. Let's move down, get 2 marks. One there, and one here. Oh, there was the dodger. It was the wrong place. That's fine, though. We will be able to remove you, be able to remove you. And we then only have one more point. We'll go with the multi-cast. There we are. Okay, not too bad. Now I can use Dagger Throw again if I really, really want to. And I kind of do, if I'm honest. Let's thin the herd as much as we're able. They will likely all die on their own at this point. With the exception of this one straggler, we're now converging towards the north of the map, I feel. Oh, that would be Styx Genie has 2 action points. We are almost there, it is true. Stop breaking my barrels! Rude. Oh no, there were 2 over here, okay. Well, if I move this far, I'm going to do enormous amounts of damage in one hit, so... let's just execute you first. And then we'll use offhand. And sadly, I could do a bit more if I were to buff up, but this enemy is going to go for us as a priority, so I'm fine with letting them. Alright, let's drop that in. They're all gone. Very nice. Now I can drop in a fireball if I particularly want to, or regular lightning if I want to. If I drop the fireball here, what's your resistance? Your resistance is 40%, so actually I do kind of want to drop your resistance. Am I able to do that? Yes. There we go. That's much better. Now we're going to drop the fireball. We'll hit 2 of you at the same time. There we go. You're greatly slowed. These 2, not as much. And sadly, I no longer have the points there to get involved properly, but we'll see what we can do. Let's get you marked. We would like a point-blank shot on you now that your dodge is gone. There we go. Wow, you survived. Rude. Very, very rude. Alright, we want some multi-hits. And again. Just to get them wounded. Slow them down a bit. We've got a big group over there that I still need to deal with, and that's actually a little bit of a problem. Drop in the blaze. There we go, that does deal with some of them at least. I could finish you off, I guess. Actually, you can finish them off. That will allow Big Al to move around. I have another blaze that I could drop. You are going to be hit, though. 2 enemies can reach you. I need to remove both of them. I no longer have the ability to. No, that is... Well, it's kind of true. You've got a lot of armor, so I could just position you between them if I really want to. And I think that might be wise. If I were to come over here, you can absorb more damage, but I do worry that you will take a lot more than necessary. Let's just move around. There we go. No one will get attacked for now then. Right, time to end the turn. Who has 4 action? Oh, it would be you, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. If I had a sword, I would be able to move around the battlefield with the sword, but offhand sword is a bit of a special case. Now, you're a concern because I'm not sure how your flying ability is going to impact this situation. Alright, let's get in there, use momentum. There we go. Do I have enough movement to get around there? Not easily, but I may be able to buff you up, perhaps. We'll see. I kind of need you down here with a swiftness. Yeah, you're going to be in this area in just a moment, and that can't be allowed. Right. I can do... Got 210. This will do 81 to 126. 49 to 76, rather. Or I could drop this on you twice. It doesn't really make much of a difference. Poison will drop your movement. Yes. Then follow up with a couple of regular hits. And another one for good measure. There we go. I could finish you off at this point, but I would be committing so many points just to do that that it feels a little bit silly. Let's drop a blaze. There we are, a good bit of damage there. Right, needs to wipe out as many peeps here as I can. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sadly, not quite taken out, but within execution range. I don't think I'm going to be able to get you down there, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you're not going to get there. I can get you over here, but that's it. You will reach the town walls, or at least the barricades, so... A bit of a pot. Ah, damn. Okay, let's undo. Because... Yes, there we go. Perfect. And now you can use more of your points to finish off. Okay, that was almost bad, but we managed to pull things back right at the end there. Right, can I get a lightning on someone? Yes, I can. Glorious. Let's watch that propagate all the way through. Absolutely fantastic. We just got the achievement, social distancing. Well done us. Right, let's just clear you out then. There we go, and no one should be attacked this turn. And we can now properly collapse ranks and finish off this fight. Okay, not terrible. Though poor 6 Genie not getting the action that they were promised, largely because we don't have a proper sword for them. But we will do what we can. Let's get in there. 10 movement points. Use the main attack, then follow up with a mana attack. That'll clear everything else up. I would like you to finish them off. There we go. I would like Blaze. Propagation abilities are so brokenly good. Now, I've pretty much thrown caution to the wind at this point in regards to my mana usage. I am aware. And no, it's not recommended. There we go. Let's clear you up. And I think Sheilab should... Actually, I've gone a little bit too far. So let's draw back just a little bit. Can I hit... sadly, no. Maybe if Sheilab went here, I'd be able to hit everyone. Nope. Here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we are. So who won the splatter contest? That's actually a good call. I don't know. No, it's still an S rank. I took so much damage. I'm so sorry, Sheilab. I feel bad. We had 7 flies in that, 4 dodgers, 15 kindled, and 61 regular claws. Okay, HP lost 61. That was a big loss. I feel especially dumb. Yeah, 165 gold, 179 materials, and 1 item. And an awful lot of tainted essence. Let's have a look. What do we get? Soul Harvest 537, Night Survivor again, 22, injured. A hero lost 50 health. That took a toll on them. It pains me that we got this achievement because of friendly fire. Hero killed 20 enemies, cast 10 skills provided by consumables, Quiet Night once again, Burdener. 1 hero inflicted negative alterations, debuff, stun, poison, and contagion on 30 enemies. Downers. Heroes inflicted negative alterations on 50 enemies. Charge. Triggered the momentum skill effect after moving 10 tiles. Magic Apprentice used 20 mana. Hero spent 40 mana. Weakened. A hero applied 3 debuffs to the same enemy during a single turn. 1 time. Weakeners inflicted debuffs to 20 enemies, and that was it. We got a lot of tainted essence from that. That was actually pretty amazing. Okay. Oh. Alright, we're gonna have to split our attention, are we? That is a bit of a problem. Not gonna lie. Not liking the odds. Let's see what we can do. Welcome to the Oraculum, Commander. That's beyond belief. Oh, believing sure helps a lot. A free piece of advice. Don't go rambling about it with your fellow humans. I've seen other echoes of yourself trying, and it never ends well. Okay, I will take that advice, thank you. Right, well, at this point we can happily get the scavenger camp. There we go. Shop reroll does sound useful. Damage. Heroes have a 3% damage increase. Heroes have 10 extra armor. Axes unlock. Pistols unlock. Scepters unlock. These are offhand magic weapons. The offhand has magic bash. Okay, that's a momentum skill. Interesting. But the regular scepters have magic bash, wind walk. Oh, that's very nice. And hammer of faith. It's a propagating stun. Very nice. Got a pistol there. Grappling shot, grape shot. Those do look very nice. And finally, axes, the offhand, shred there. If you've got the one-hand melee weapon, you get intimidating scream and axe boomerang. Really, an axe boomerang. Well, who am I to deny our heroes the glory of an axe boomerang? Would it have been better to get armor? Yes. Do I regret my choice? No. Right, we've got the inn. A new structure can now be built in your haven. Requirement, survive the night 4 in Gildenberg. Very nice indeed. And now that we've got that, ooh, heavy armor variants. New items can now appear in your runs. Spend 35 action points casting skills provided by heavy armors. Oh, that's an interesting one. Alright, let's grab the inn. And now let's go and see if we can afford to build it. Because I have a feeling that we're going to need an extra person. The inn costs 110. We can afford it. Grants the ability to recruit additional heroes or replace the fallen ones during the production phase. The roster of available heroes is renewed every morning. Now, this is the tricky one then, I guess. Am I going to have the ability to summon them now? Or not? I'm going to throw it down and we're going to see. Let's have a look. If I have a look in here, can I can go to the inn menu. All right. Well, looking at the time, I'm afraid we're going to leave that until the next episode. Yes, I am doing a cliffhanger in the last spell. No, I do not feel sorry. I should, but I don't. But we'll find out what our night reward is, how Big Al and Six Genie level up, as well as whether or not we can recruit a new hero and who they will be. But that is going to be it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. But until next time, and as always, do take care.